arena, light up the stage as being beyond busted, so is Theater of Horrors. So I just wanted to try a deck in a competitive league that tried to abuse those. I feel like we're pretty weak versus very aggressive creatures. So if we get paired versus like mono red or the Judith decks or white weenie or whatever, we could struggle. But I'm hoping this deck just plows through things like Drakes and Jeskai. That's kind of the goal. There's a lot of people brewing with the Salamander. There's a lot of people. I'm hoping it'll be good versus like the Fog decks as well. So a lot of people are brewing with Wilderness. Three swamps may be too many, but I wanted to be able to reliably cast this on turn 3 a good portion of the time. I hate it when it moves stuff around. Mary Sue. Never played her. So, no real idea what they play. Well, this hand's a keep. How sweet would it be if they just have the old Llanowar Elf? Actually, probably be pretty bad because that means our Pyromancer probably doesn't ever get to deal any damage other than the 2 to the face. Passes the turn. Any one drop also applies here. Pop goes the Weasel. But yeah, this is one of those hard matches right off the bat. I did have 4 fiery cannonades in it, and I left them, but I really want to get the mana to work where I can have Goblin Chain Whirler out of the side, because I don't think cannonade is going to be enough. I think cannonade is just going to be like wipe the board, and then they get to play a threat, but if we get to have a Chain Whirler that sticks around, I think that would be a lot better. Green, white. Interesting. Well, if they block, I'm pretty excited. So let's go ahead and attack. And then reevaluate based on them blocking or not. Say there's a very high chance that they block. It's will they pay the 4 life or not. I was afraid of that. And let's find us 2 cards for next turn. Oh, 2 lands. It's a smallish dagger. Guess this deals this 1 more damage. Because I can attack with the Fanatical Firebrand as well. I'm going to go ahead and play this land just so I don't mess up and get them confused which is which. Oh, that'll be a good one. Hopefully they won't have a conclave. This is kind of a really cool interaction as well, because if this, like if we drew a Flamekin, we could also play a Flamekin. I don't think I want to attack. I think there's too good of a chance they could just like march for low value here. So I think I'm going to pass and hopefully be able to save our Fanatical Firebrand to go with this Flame of the Keld. I really just don't want them like double blocking my Gifu and gaining life. I would rather be able to block with it. Okay, they either didn't have it or chose not to play it. Be interesting to figure out which. I think it's almost worth blocking here. Like, our creatures don't really do anything the rest of this game. Meh. It's probably just silly. You can make the same block next turn. What do we gain? Wow, this is a 21 land deck. We've found 9 in our top 18 cards. Well, that's probably all they wrote. Can't imagine us winning now. That's the card we thought they had last turn. Had a really good start. How will we sideboard? Probably just a cannonade, maybe to fight with fires as well in case they have Lyra. Potentially experimental frenzy, I guess. I'm not gonna block. That is definitely game now. Pretty sure it was already game, but yeah, because they're getting ready to flip that. It's just too much at this point. So cards that aren't great in a match like this. I know we want these. Could arguably sideboard in any of these as well. So we kind of know our creatures are kind of bad here. I think I want the one of 2 powers still, but I don't know about the Pyromancer. Also, not 100% sure about the Fanatical Firebrands. Think I might just do something like this. A little bit slower, but they could have Lyra, so I just want to hedge with the Fight with Fire. But really relying on these cannonades and our 10 enchantments to put in some overtime. That's the exact opposite of what we had game 1. I guess we keep it. It is absolutely horrendous, and we're not going to win with this hand, but we're not going to win mulliganing the 5 versus them either. Kind of a tilt. 2 non-games to start off the league. Guess I'm going to pass one turn here because the skewer's still good on Ameria. We got to have some lands for whatever we draw with the Flame of Keld anyway. Just having 2 lands isn't really enough. Alright, well, I guess we're just casting it. Ugh, having 6 lands in our top 9 cards sucks. But maybe they won't have the Conclave, and if they don't have the Conclave, or even if they do have the Conclave, there's some chance we draw, one of our other 6 good enchantments. Well, 9, because we could draw another Flame, but... This card's pretty good, though. Maybe they won't have another way to kill it. Alright, well, that's a small thing. Light up the stage. Well, I guess we use it. Probably dead now. Think we're too far behind now, but you never know. Like, a Fiery Cannonade would be a great draw. It's probably the only draw that's any good for us. And it needs to be in our hand, not the top. But if it's in the top, that's at least acceptable. No, as I said, it needs to be in our hand. It was not. Guess they all deal the exact same amount of damage. We would technically be at 1 if they have nothing. Alright, let's hit one of our 4 sideboard cards. Oh, can't beat that either way. Well, that was discouraging. I think this match is obviously a tough match, but I don't think it's that lopsided. I think it's closer than that. Clearly looks like I'm wrong. Yep, we keep. Sounds good. Hmm. I wonder what our opponent's playing. So far, it's nothing. I think it's gonna be. Feels kind of hard to lose this game from this spot. I don't think I even care about that. I don't know, I guess this deals damage later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. If I spend 3 here, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I feel like I just want to 9 them. Can technically block here and throw damage, but I still think he's, or they, sorry. I say he because the name's Mario, but still kind of feel like they're on the defensive. Trying to decide whether I want to kill the pelt collector or not. I actually think I do. Probably get attacked for 1 here, which means we have a lot of good draws. I can just go ahead and yield to that. That's actually a pretty good one. So, want to use our mana as effectively as possible. So I just want to pop this to deal 1 to them. Play this. Think I want to attack for 4 here. Put some down to 2. Which means we have a lot of good draws, and they don't really have any haste threats they can play because they have to stay on defense. We have 3 of the damage already in our hand, assuming they don't kill that, of course. They need to leave a second one back, probably. Oh, maybe they just have pump spells and the game is over. Who knows? That's 12. We just died. Double removal got us. Or double pump spell. Yeah, we would have got there. That's a little discouraging. So I definitely want these. I don't think these are going to be particularly good here. It feels like they're going to have a lot of good blockers. I'm going to bring in these 2, just in case the game goes longer. Or in case I need to start actually killing their threats. I'm going to keep this hand, but I don't know if it's good enough. Actually, on hindsight, this was a terrible keep. I don't know why I kept this. I just threw this game away. I don't really have any chance of winning now. I was looking at this card and thinking it was so good versus Llanowar that I had to keep, but I just don't even think that's true. I think I'm just wrong to keep it. It's working out better than expected so far. I have Death Gorge Scavenger? I didn't know that card was getting played right now. It really doesn't quite feel good enough in these matches. Let's save the Fight with Fire for a real threat. This could be the worst theater of horrors ever. I mean, they have 67 lands. There are none. I hate how it's going to put the exiled cards there too and just be confusing. Yeah. Like I said, it's just going to put the exiled cards there and be very confusing. So there's a land. So I can just play these at any time the rest of the game? They don't go away? That seems ridiculous. How is that something that's allowed? That's too good. It should be until end of turn. Or end of next turn or something. It's too good. Oh wow, I actually have a choice here. I think I want to play this one. Into this one. Basically, I'm just trying to get lucky and hit a land. I did not get lucky and hit a land. I did get a really cool turn for next turn, but... Oh yeah, we get to do fun stuff next turn. River of the Wild's a beater. So that's another Theater of Horrors. So... Guess we want to just start... Could just throw one at them and kill this off of this. Could throw 6 at them and just play this land. I don't know what this 1 point of damage really matters. I might just throw 6 at them. I think we're kind of wasting a lot of our turn if we do that, but... Could technically just play this now too. Which is what I'm going to do. This is a bunch of cards for the following turn. The skewer goes away forever though, because the skewer was from the light up to life or whatever, light up the stage. This insulates a little bit better if they have like a Frashing Brontodon or something this turn. Still think I'm really far behind this game. But if we survive 2 turns and untap with Flame, it'll very likely be enough. That's a good one. We don't have a clean answer to that either. So we're going to take 6 this turn down to 11 and 6 next turn. So basically any creature next turn would kill us? Well, it needs to be 5 power. Let's say I have removal in hand, like strikes or whatever, but seems pretty likely that they have that, or seems pretty likely they have the fight card thingy, the like +4 thingy. They could just 10 us this turn. Oh, okay, well, we're just dead. Thus we somehow can deal 12 damage. We can't deal 12 damage. Huh? Well. If we had enough mana, maybe we could have. No, we didn't. It's my own fault for keeping that opening hand. We could have beat a normal draw with his hand. Well, we are 0-2. I'm shocked that they left the Galta in. Hey, James. This deck's not really working out so far. How many 1-land draws can we get tonight? Whatever. I'm going to keep it. I get very annoyed at this. It's now the 3rd 1-land hand I've had in this fairly small sample size. Light up the stage, do God's work, please. Okay. Well, that was useful. Branch Walker. I'd rather just let you get your counter. That copper is operating okay, considering. Hmm. Light Up the Stage is definitely a powerful magic card. Thinking about just attacking and playing um, the Skewer and the Flame here, it's probably just better to do this. It's definitely probably just better to do that. And we could still just be dead. That's how good that card is. Oh look, we don't have a black mana. Somebody just told me that I was going to regret the amount of swamps I had. But they were saying I had too many. I was saying I technically have one too few. Yep. Can't ever win now, I don't think. Maybe we can if the flame goes off. It seems pretty likely that it doesn't go off from here. Um, I held the lightning strikes up because if they do, oh, I can't beat that either. Well, on a positive note, everything trades, I guess. They gained 9 life this turn. Or game. They still have cards in their hand. They still have a memorial to follow to get everything back and do it again. I'm actually surprised they didn't. Alright, we need to hit a Theater of Horrors. Card's still good even if you have to pay the full. Well, we found our lands. We'll draw one of our 7 enchantments. Maybe that'll be enough. It doesn't feel very likely. Black green, no new cards. Still probably the best deck. I think I need to kill this to try to extend the game. And that can kill our enchantments, so that's just game. Sideboard wise, don't think the lava runners do much in matches like this. I'm tempted to bring in these. I don't think I'm going to. No, we had about the best draw we could do. I mean, we were one card shy, but our hand was fantastic. Another one land hand. This seems like one of the weakest hands we can possibly have. Actually, just going to leave that on top. I'm planning using that as a really bad lightning. Ooh, that was an exciting draw. It's our best card. Kind of. Go ahead and yield to it. A spectacle. Alright. Would have loved to have played the Flame of Killed there, but I feel like I'm going to need some lands. Skewer. There's no way to play this skewer unless I just target that. I think I'm just going to slam this. My hand's kind of bad here. And they're getting really close to Vivying, so at least make them make a decision on which they kill, which they're going to kill the flame, probably. Light up the stage. Alright. So next turn we have reasonable stuff to do. You can kill the Vivian Reed. Oh, JK. We're just dead. Thrashing Brontodon finishes this game. Oh wow. They didn't pick Thrashing Brontodon, so that means we have some percentage chance then? Yeah, we have some chance then. Alright. It's not much of one. I don't even know what we could actually draw to win here. I mean, obviously just another 3-point burn spell is our out, but you know what I mean when I say I don't know what we could draw. We could hit a light up the stage. We could hit a skewer, a lightning strike. We don't have the mana for the back part of Spectacle, or sorry, Carnival. So we can't get that. We can block here, go down to 11, and they don't kill us on the attack next turn. I guess we'll just play this then and hope that they can't gain life this turn. So if they can't gain life this turn, that means we have a crap ton of outs. They hit a Wildgrove Walker, that's a game. We won't beat the Walker. Well, we had our one-turn window to draw a large number of outs. We're dead on the next attack. We could technically get there. A Lightning Strike and a Spectacle wins. Or a Lightning Strike and a Skewer. Well, we got half of it. Both games it felt like we were one card from winning, and both games we had to mulligan. Oh, 0-3 with version 1. Is there anything I want to change? Try some Wizards Lightnings maybe over to Carnivals? I want Carnivals into 75 though. So I don't think I have Wizards Lightnings. I think I have to get them from Mana Traders then. Yeah, whatever. I'm lazy. Let's just go ahead and get them. Not even going to get them from Mana Traders. I'm going to get them from GoatBots because it's easier. Yeah, I was having that problem earlier. Hey George, what's up? Hmm. Really want the third Carnival in the deck. I spelled it wrong. I don't know how to get it in the deck though. Maybe the Dire Fleets aren't great. I thought the Dire Fleets would be really good in the mirrors. I'm tempted to try 20 lands, even though we just got wrecked. Just try 2 Wizards Lightnings, I guess. I'm not sure if I did my dailies. I forgot. Okay. Wizards Lightning. Alright, let's play a second league since this one didn't go very quick, or went way too quickly. Oops. Maybe I'm killing creatures too often. Yeah, our Allegiance is pretty fun so far. I think this card's just broken good. I think this card's extremely good. Just play White Weenie and play like 6 games. Or 7. I do, because it feels like you need to buy 200 to 250 packs every set, and I don't want to spend $200 or $250 or whatever. I'd rather just get 200,000 gold, which requires you to play best of 3 events as well. I was getting paired versus red deck wins non-stop today, George, so I just kind of like logged off. I didn't want to play White Weenie anymore into Chain Whirly Boys. I don't even have the lands to play it with red local dope. I need to spend like $500 buying packs, but I'm not going to. 2 minutes in queue the day the set comes out is pretty bad. I wonder what these guys are playing, or if these people are playing. VTCLA. We can probably check his Twitter and see what he was playing. He likes to post his brews and stuff. Uh, 3 minutes in queue. What was I looking up? VCLA's deck? They played Mono Green Crassus. This deck looks pretty sweet. Well, mostly green is what I'll refer to it as. This deck looks really neat. I'd play this. Not sold on the Marwins, but I would play this. This deck looks cool. What else is there first to look at? Yeah, that card is really, really good. I need to put that in the main deck of my White Weenie. Maybe even over Pride. Still so many games with Pride, though. Alright. The second league might not happen if these queues are going to take 5 to 10 minutes. They were quick. A minute ago. Let's get out of queue and get back in. Maybe it's bugged up. Is anybody else we recognize name-wise? Oaf. Oaf McManair normally plays controllish decks. Follow them on Twitter too. Let's see if we can see what they were playing. I guess I don't follow them. I thought I did. This has to be boring for viewers, just waiting for queues to pop. Maybe we can get Arena to pop between rounds or something. We'll go play our deck that can't ever beat red decks. Never mind. We have been paired. Is there music on my Arena? There's not, are they? Alright, cool. If you hear any of the Arena sounds, let me know. And I'll close it, but until then, I'll just leave it up. As I said, our deck doesn't beat White Weenie, so this is an unfortunate pairing right off the bat. We cut one of our sideboard cards too. And they have the nuts. This is unfortunate. That was a good mulligan for them. They don't play anything this turn. That means they have histories and stuff, which is even worse for us. Guess I'd rather kill these, so I'll give them the decision. Alright, so let's dodge heroic reinforcements for a little while. Easiest block ever. Hmm. This card's pretty broken, but is it more broken than just playing Flame of Keld? Uh, I don't want to throw those cards away. They hit heroic, the game's just over. We can't beat heroic. They hit heroic. Thought we had a good chance to beat anything other than the card heroic. So we'd have played that, we would have hit them, we would have spectacled. We would have spectacled. We had probably lost. Oh well, ho hum. Bring in these, bring in these, bring in these. Get rid of our bad creatures that don't really attack, which is definitely these, and most of these. Play first. Keep. Hand's not great, but it is certainly good enough. This is going to suck if they have the Adanto. Well, or what you call getting wrecked here. That's kind of a good draw, though. Guess we're just going to pass the turn and hope that we can somehow activate Spectacle on the following turn. Yeah, about a million things beat us. They have a second Loxodon. We just can't win then. Um, yeah, we can't win, can we? I guess we can start with this. Try to get lucky and hit this. If we don't hit the land, the game's over anyway, so I'm not that worried about risking it. We didn't hit the land. Like, just killing those and leaving him with 8 power wasn't going to get us anywhere. We had to have enough lands to be able to fight the 4/4s on the following turn. That's one of the reasons I want Goblin Chain Whirler in the match. Which is something I was saying before game 1 of the first event. Like it feels like chain whirlers are going to be required. I don't think I can play chain whirler and theater without playing some number of guild gates. And I don't think this deck wants any number of guild gates in it. But like this match goes from extremely favored to extremely unfavored without chain whirler. That's the best hand we've had. Alright, opponent. I'm actually just going to play this one. It's the one I'd rather have him play in case I lightning strike onto. Broken cards are broken. Oh, red green. Interesting. Well, I believe I'm going to start by shooting this. Want the extra point of damage, so I'm going to... I messed this turn up, I think. I think I should have lightning struck the elf and kept the fanatical firebrand to trigger a theater. Don't like how I just played that turn. They'd be at 3 more life. Actually, I was supposed to just attack with the lava runner and not worry about that extra 1 point of damage, I think. Now we just have these theater of horrors that are very likely to do nothing this game. Yeah, I could have won this game, I think. I think I punted any chance of winning this game. It's going to be very hard now. Trap. Yeah, 100% should have just attacked with the lava runner. And spectacled the Gruul and have the lightning strike in my hand. And have the fanatical firebrand in play. 100%. Yeah, we'd be in decent shape now had we did that. Because we'd have been able to kill this with our stuff. We still wouldn't have had to worry about that. So we'd be at 4 more life. Oh, never mind. Our life doesn't matter when we draw mono lands. Yeah, the life's kind of irrelevant at that point. Guess I just take the full 8. We could hit a carnival and maybe be able to deal damage. If they don't have another blocker. Okay, they do have another blocker. Is this only sorcery? Why isn't it working? I clicked it. I don't understand. Why is this not working? Oh, because he has hexproof on his turn. Yeah, that's a punt. So if it turns out that we can deal 7 damage on our turn, that's 100% on me, because I knew we were going to be doing this. Not understanding new cards. Turns out we was not going to be able to do that amount of damage. So it doesn't matter, but we wasn't going to get there anyway, so it definitely doesn't matter. But it was a mistake. They just have to block, which is easily what they're going to do, and then we scoop. Oh well. I definitely want these. I feel like I want these versus any deck that has Llanowar Elves. My creatures just don't feel like they do much in matches like this. Kept the Fanatical Firebrands because they can kill elves or trigger our Spectacle later in the game. This hand's just not keepable, is it? Well, I guess we have to keep a mountain and hope that we get to the point of the game that Frenzy's relevant. They do not seem to. They didn't before the tournament started. Or before I started streaming, rather. And I don't see anything under Twitter yet. Probably should have took out Wizard's Lightning, to be honest. And kept 2 Viashinos. I really don't want them to draw another card. options. You just kill this and let them draw a card and play Frenzy and hope that it can carry us. I know they get to draw a card if I do this, but they didn't have anything better to play on 2 mana, so if they don't draw a land, we're in pretty ridiculous shape then. They don't have to draw the land. They did. I don't care about a 3/3. Maybe we should be playing Frenzy over Theater of Horrors. Yeah, Frenzy seems. I mean, This is a 1 game sample size, but right now it seems like Frenzy's better than Theater of Horrors. Interesting. Huh. Interesting. I think I'm just gonna play this one. We can play this next turn. Yeah, this card's better than Theater of Horrors, I think. I think I built my deck wrong, maybe. Yeah, Frenzy with Spectacle and with Light Up to get a land off the top of your library seems ridiculous. So we know there's going to be a land over there. And we know that's game. Hey JJ, what is up, homie? Yeah. Okay. That was 1 game, but it was an impressive one. Remind me to sell my Theater of Horrors after this event. I'm going to keep this, and hopefully we'll find a black mana before it's too late. I'm mostly keeping it because we have a shock for a Llanowar Elf. If that shock had been any other burn spell than one that can kill a Llanowar Elf, I almost 100% don't kill it there. Alright, well, this sucks. We drew basically another dead card. So basically we're trading 3 mountains for 2 random cards. Uh... He tapped GG, but I don't know that the game's over. Like, it feels like they still need something. They can't kill the Flame of the Keld here, for example. That's interesting. What did they hit? They hit one. So we can deal 13 to them? 5, 10, 13, and any. That has to be the play, right? It gives us a 1 turn window to win the game. 5, 10, 13. It gives us a 1 turn window to draw 1 of 6 spells. We're not winning any other way. Snowed in until Monday. That sucks. Foot of snow, sub-zero temperatures. Let's put this stop in here just so we can get a little bit of a sweat. I mean, I could have cleared his board here. Could have killed the Domri, the Thrashing, and the Zoo. Ah, it's a land. Oh well. We came close to stealing that. Ah, 0 and 5. Wonder what happens if I just clear his board there. We still just lose? Maybe we draw into a frenzy and go crazy? Oh, we had 6 wins. I think it's better to take the chance for the 6 wins. Fortunately, we sideboarded out Wizard's Lightning, so that was 2 less wins. I was thinking Theater of Horrors was going to be just broken, but if I cut the Theater of the Horrors, I can get my Chain Whirlers back. So maybe that's what I need to do. Chain Whirler turns on Spectacle as well. Like if you draw a mid-game Chain Whirler. Maybe this Flame of Kel stuff's just too cute. We should just be going the 4 Frenzy route. I was also thinking that Theater of Horrors was just a card Jeskai would never be able to beat. But we've not got paired versus a Jeskai deck. Sand's not great, but I don't think it's a mulligan, especially when they've mulliganed. We've definitely lost multiple games so far, though, to not having the black mana. Interesting opponent. I'm going to cast you two. Hmm. It's kind of interesting. See what they do with their mana before I make a decision. Alright, my decision's made. I want to do the extra damage off of them. More than I want a Spectacle. Let's get them at a nice low 6 life. They definitely ramped really high, though. It's turn 4 and they can play Niv Mizzet. Well, they didn't have the land. They could have played Niv Mizzet if they had the land. Is this Teamer Bant? Or is this Nexus Bant? Oh, it is not. They're just going to dive in. They need some kind of answer to the lava runners. A case is a fiery cannonade. Well, I guess fiery cannonade doesn't matter because that thing does what that thing does, but spectacle vis. We'll play land so we can't get syncopated. Pop. I thought about adding. I thought about removing 8 of our mountains and putting in 4 stomping grounds and 4 rootbound crags and playing Cindervine in the sideboard. I wonder if that's worth it. We definitely want these. Bring them to fight with fires just because we can assume that they're like a Drakey type deck. Definitely going to get rid of you. I don't know what else to get rid of. Maybe some of these Wizard's Lightnings. They probably have a bunch of burn spells. Definitely thought about Cindervine. Thought it seemed very, very neat. Think I'm gonna dump you and dump one of you as well. Nah, I'd rather dump one of you. Oh, this hand's neat. We'll keep. Get got, opponent. Have you been successfully gotten? Oh, that's neat. Drill bit seems very good in these aggressive deck strategies for sure. Ooh, we're gonna get one of our lightning bolts. I don't really want to get any of those cards out of their hands, so I guess we'll take the Chemist's Insight so they don't get to draw 4 cards or whatever. Steam Vents a new card. It's too many lands. So they're a fog deck. They're not really what I expected. I thought they'd be a Niv Mizzet deck. They played Explosion Expansion. The first half of it can copy a spell with 4 or less. And the second half of it is 4 and X for a deal X damage to target and draw X cards. So they played those 2, 4 unknowns. We've drawn 2 lands since we looked at their hand. Yeah, like just playing like a Cindervine, just resolving one versus this deck would feel like the game was over, right? We've not drawn a basic mountain though, so we actually wouldn't even have the green source this game. Our opponent's at 1,000,000 life still. I should be playing these lands that they've saw. Don't know why I'm not. I think it would be very difficult to come back from here. They're kind of doing their thing. If they just have Crassus at any point, we'll concede. Leaving 2 mana up for some reason. Don't know why. Oh, I guess it's the root snare. Sure. Yeah, we played a round or two of it on Arena. We've not hit any of our 11 and sorry, not 11, 9 enchantments. I keep saying the wrong number because I was playing a different build earlier on Arena. If they don't have anything good, in theory we could draw a Light Up the Life and still win next turn. That is if they don't have Crassus. Again, if they have Crassus at any point, we concede. Looks like they have Crassus. Oh no, they're just going to hit us for 10. Sorry, just a third expansion in the top 30. Alright, well, we weren't going to draw a spell. Anyway. Alright, so... Just not going to play these Fight with Fires then. No, I feel like I still have to play these Fight with Fires. I kind of want to bring back in the Spectacles for the deal 3, make them discard 2 spells. They seem to not have an answer for our creatures other than like root snares. That was a pretty long game. They didn't play anything, so if the games are going to go that long, maybe we should just play this too. I don't know how we can get rid of 4 cards though. Maybe we just get rid of the drill bits since they're not playing the control deck I thought they were playing. Yeah, they're not really playing the control deck I thought they were playing. I'm going to keep this because the Light Up the Stage is kind of busted. And hopefully it will find us our lands. If it does not find us our lands, I am SOL. Or if they turn 1 shock this, we're going to have to get pretty lucky. Not a turn 1 shock. Well, that's nice. Oh wow, we didn't hit a land. I was really hoping we'd hit a land in 3 draws. Alright, well we're dead because they're going to explosion Light Up the Light, probably. JK. That's actually good for us. Never mind. Game over unless we hit our land this turn. We did not hit our land this turn. Game's over. Such a tilt. Maybe I'm supposed to mulligan, but within 3 draws we can hit a land usually. I thought it was pretty likely we'd get to 3 draws. He hadn't really showed us shocks or anything. Well, we went 0-6 with this, but I feel like we learned a lot about how it was misbuilt. Like if we were going to play this deck in the future, these are just places I would start. I think drill bit's still good enough for the sideboard. I don't know if you're good enough then. If this is the plan. Maybe something like this. Oh no, I want chain whirlers. I forgot. Chain whirler. My chain whirlers are on another account, I think. Yeah, my chain whirlers are on another account. I don't know what to cut for the other two chain whirlers. The 1 mana guy that pings. I don't know what that guy is. Maybe the chain whirler should just be in the sideboard. This was about really thinking of about what goes in and out in matches. This is just like putting some cards together. Yeah. I'm not going to run another league today, but if I was going to run another league, I think I would start with here. No. I like these two good. I honestly don't know what other two cards to cut. Doesn't feel like we can play just 20 lands. Doesn't feel like I want to play Carnival in the sideboard either. Like, if you're not good enough for the main deck, you're probably not good enough. Um, I don't necessarily like Experimental Frenzy, but the horrors wasn't working out. I feel like we need something. Feel like we need something in that spot. I wonder if I could play horrors in the sideboard. I probably can't play horror and chain whirler. Screw you, MTG bot. Fair enough. Alright, I'm gonna play another league and try this build of the deck since I have very few hours before I have to submit my deck for the Sunday tournament. Don't want to log on my private account. I think you're talking about. I think the card costs 2 mana, right? The card you're talking about? I thought that was 2 mana. Alright, well, let's run it back. There's a good argument that I should be cutting the drill bits out of the sideboard entirely. Yeah, I guess we'll play an arena game while we're waiting, which means I won't be able to read chat for the next few minutes. Actually, I'll be able to read chat. Cancel, our match started. Did we get it canceled? We did. Alright, well, let's move everything back then. This hand seems great. Hey, we got paired versus a planes. The exact decks that I wanted that I was testing the theater for, and we got paired versus none of in our 6 tries. Alright, well, we have to kill that. It's too strong. I'm killing it now because I don't want them to have a dive down. Oh, I messed up here. I'm missing out on a point of damage. I should have played the Pyromancer first, and then cast the Light Up the Stage second. That was pretty poor sequencing. But they should be at 15. So 0-3. Okay, what do we want to do versus the 0-3? Probably just want to attack. Maybe finish it off with a shock if possible. Opponent's complaining about a million lands. Alright, well, let's play our Light Up the Stage. Looking for a land. Didn't get a land. Alright, well, I'm just going to play this. I'm going to shock that. Save our Wizard's Lightning for next turn. Kill anything he plays that's not Arcades. If he blocks of Arcades, I think we can kill it. In the world are you? When it enters the battlefield, create 2/0 blue whenever this creature blocks a creature. Interesting. They're pretty fast for me. I just got cards from them. If they take 4, we're going to be ecstatic here. Oh gosh, that feels so good. Alright, well, we're going to start with another light up the stage. Then we're going to Wizard's Lightning. No, we're not going to Wizard's Lightning. We're going to... Yeah, we're going to Wizard's Lightning. And... I'm going to play this one too. Kind of want to play Flame of Keld there, but with the Pyromancer in her hand, it's too close to being able to win, I think. Like, we probably only have to survive not until this untap step, but unstep after that. So we're getting hit by 5 here. So how do you read again? Creatures you control can attack as though they have Defender. Okay. Guess we can start with this. It potentially wins the game. We'll have to see what they have. I think there's a good chance we deal 2 damage with it. I think these wild decks are pretty good. On top of my library. I don't really want that again. That's a bit of an issue. Actually, it's a haste creature. So it forces them to have something or die. And if they do have something, we can just play the Frenzy instead. Just gonna play the Frenzy instead either way, I think. See what they have here. It could just be deploy, which they gain 3 life if it's deploy. Oh, that says untap? I misread that. I thought that said tap target creature. I potentially cost myself this game then by misreading that. They have Disdainful Stroke in their main deck. One of us doesn't understand this meta, and we would have won the game had we just cast the Lava Runner. And I 100% would have cast the Lava Runner had I not misread High Alert. I'm a little salty now. I hovered it multiple times and read it. I just read it poorly. I'm a little salty. I gotta be honest. What is this? I don't know what that is. I don't want to click it in the middle of a stream. Oh, we get one more turn to draw a burn spell, I guess. Hey, our play mistake didn't matter. Yay! We'll open it and save it for later, though. Pause. It said pause. Thank you. Alright, well, we definitely want these here. I don't think I want anything else. I don't think the chain whirlers are especially good. Actually, maybe the chain whirlers are needed. Because if I'm going to be running my 2/2s into 0/3s and stuff, a chain whirler seems like a pretty decent follow up. Just going to cut some shocks. Actually, going to bring in the other chain whirler and the last frenzy too. James Harden does have a pretty high usage rate. If a mirror, I mean, I don't. You're talking Spanish. I don't know what that means. Ooh, could have potentially just sideboarded out the Fanatical Firebrands too. They seem like they're as bad as shocks, but I didn't really want to bring in the Banefires or anything. I do feel like I need to keep killing those. I mean, why would I not think it brought in an egg? You may take the 1 point of damage playing around a burn spell. JK. Don't care about your burn spell. Wow. Well, I don't understand what you're saying. Okay. I get that. So that's going on top of our library. Hmm. Still gonna play this. Alright, well, I don't have volume right now, so. Alright, I guess I'm gonna attack with these things again. You know, they've only drawn two more spells, or played two more spells than us this game. And we played a light up the stage. I assume they're going to talk trash. I will not engage them. We play. This hand seems bad, but I'm going to try it. I want to test it. Hmm. Neat. Get shocked, pal. Light up the stage! Oh, that sucks. We can't play them both. Boo! Boo! We only get to even play one. I might want a 20-second land on the deck. Hmm. I think I'm just going to attack with the Chain Whirler. I'm just trying to decide whether I'm attacking this or attacking them. I think they're more likely to let it hit them. So I think I'm going to go after them. Oh. Well, they're just not going to let it do either then, are they? Okay. Well, I lightning strike you. I spectacle you. I play my land. I tap my land. I skewer you. Quite literally the only bad draw in our deck. Imagine if they have another deputy. And they do. Lightning strike? Not lightning strike. The deputy's a hell of a card. And they're missing their land drops, so I mean they obviously have all spells. You just gotta draw one of our 3 burn spell, or we can draw a shock, we can draw a chain whirler, we can draw a million things right now. Another lightning strike, wizard's lightning works. So if I wizard's lightning this, I get the chain whirler back. It comes into play, right? Yeah. And then I can use these to kill this. Oh, they have a dive down, savage. Alright, well, we're just going to lose this game then. I guess I should kill this. Not too worried about this with Chain Whirler in our deck, though. One time Chain Whirler? Nope. Just a land. I guess we lost. Somehow, our mostly removal deck lost to a random 1/3 creature. I'm just conceding. I don't know that we got unlucky. I could have played the early turns of the game poorly. Like, I'm very willing to believe I played the early turns of that game very poorly. Kinda want to leave into Wizard's Lightnings. Actually, I want to bring these into over to Wizard's Lightnings here. Because I want to sideboard out a good portion of my Wizards. I'm gonna keep this. Or, sorry, I'm keeping this 5. What deck? His deck? I don't know. I have no idea where his deck came from. Interesting. Personally thought Light Up the Stage was better than that other card, but what do I know? My deck came from me. We've been tuning it on stream. This is the 3rd league we've played with it. Oh, that's kind of cool. You're going to get a 3 points of damage with them from that, which is sweet. It certainly doesn't seem bad. It seems busted. Like, it seems actual busted. Oh, it's a pirate! I'm so bad at Magic. That was a punt. I keep forgetting the pirate clause. No, the cannonade was terrible. I forgot this thing was a pirate. Pretty bad play error by me. That gaining a point of life is going to be hard to beat too. Hard enough that I'm actually going to have to attack that, I think. I'm going to play my land too because we have 4 frenzies in our deck. If it counts, it didn't affect the game a whole lot. No counterspell, please. And nice job, Frenzy. They'll probably have a dive down. So we probably have to draw another Frenzy. Certainly not another mountain. Positive note is we're not dead on board, so we get at least one more draw at it. Mm. Guess I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Saving the point of life seems pretty irrelevant, but like we basically have to hit Frenzy and 9 burn spells. Well, the Ninth land and 21 cards isn't going to do it. Could have actually won this game, assuming that I'd kept the second cannonade and hadn't punted. So I potentially threw that game away if the punt. We don't know what was in their hands, so we can't say that we would have won the game, but there's a real chance that they didn't have another dive down or counterspell. Maybe just for some removal spells or something. And if that's the case, we would have got our Frenzy back. Let's try to play a game since James says the queue's slow for him. So we're playing Salamanders over here. Sand's not great. Wish we were on to play. Go ahead and pop that up and start our game, but I'm not going to exit out of this game. Yes, thank you. Our match has started. We know. Leave me alone. How many times can I hit that button? Alright. Well, we've drawn nothing but lands. Could just get quenched. Not too concerned if we do. So we have 3 so far. I'd hard tapping their mana, which is weird. Is this just a Bant Fog list? We won't beat Bant Fog. We have no counter spells in our main deck, so if it's Bant Fog, the game's basically over. Pop. Yeah, maybe we can get lucky and get another thing going this turn. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing like an idiot. Wow. I literally misclicked there. Well, that was pretty foolish. Uh, would have been nice putting them at 10 this turn. I don't think we can win anyway, so I'm not sure it matters. Um, JK. We just kind of nut drew our opponent here. Never mind. We won. We got to play our land. We got to do 5 plus 9 plus 2 plus 5. We got to deal 21 damage that turn. Certainly didn't expect to draw Chart of Course number 3 and 4 in that spot. This hand's too weak. This hand's too weak as well, but we're on to Mulligan. I'm going to keep it. That on top. Play our land and pass. They're pelt collecting. We're killing the pelt collector 100% of the time. I think we played this person earlier, and they beat our face in. It's looking pretty likely for them to beat our face in again with our, like, mulliganed hand with 2 lands. They'll make that a 4 for sure. Guess I'll offer them to trade if they want it. Not with this hand, it doesn't. Alright, well, we're super far behind, so we're just slamming and praying. We may get another untap step, but we very likely don't. Never mind, Experimental Frenzy doing Experimental Frenzy things. Alright, we have no outs now. Oh, alright, well, we're dead. Hmm. This is another game that I don't think our creatures really attack very often in. So I'm basically just looking to take things out. I have 12. Well, 8. We're a burn deck. We're not red deck wins. If we wanted to play 1-drops, we'd be playing Rakdos on Arena. Rakdos has better 1-drops. We just keep mulliganing because we can't draw lands. I understand that they have a negative synergy together, but I don't think that necessarily means they shouldn't be in the same deck. I'm not maxing out on them both. Like, I'm not playing 4 of each. The fear or the go is whichever one I draw is theoretically enough. Like, we try to build with no frenzies, and every time we sideboarded the frenzy in, we just won. Now, chumping doesn't win there, though. It just gets us another turn. This is kind of interesting. I kind of just want to play Light Up the Stage, but I probably should play Experimental Frenzy. Yes, I know they have a Brontodon, but them sacking the Brontodon feels good to me. Yeah, I'm just going to play the Frenzy and see if I can force them to sack the Brontodon. How wasn't I dead? We untapped, we played our land, there was another land on top of our deck. Or there was a Flame of Keld on top of our deck. How was that not dead? What were we supposed to do in that spot? Not let our opponent attack us for 18? Look at them real mean like? We were certainly dead. But we couldn't get any more cards. We couldn't get enough cards. Blocking of creatures isn't going to win. I guess you're right. We're not dead on board, but we're certainly dead there. Looking like we're dead here too. Ooh, that was actually a good draw. So they have to take this. Could stay on defense. Could just try not to die. Feel like I'm dead. If we leave that in play. So we're going to try to get a little lucky here. This one makes them dedicate more mana, but they still have enough mana to kill us with the pump spell. We sideboarded out some 1-drops that game too. No, we never. That was game 1. Never mind. Yeah, okay, I could have played the other turn. We'd had to get obscenely lucky though. No, we're still dead. Like, we're not winning on our next untap step. He's got 1,000,000 life. The Flame of Keld takes 2 turns to go off. Wonder what they're going to do. And we're dead. I attack with this. There's nothing I can do. I'm pretty confident I did not have it out there. Getting an extra turn is not winning the game. You're describing a scenario where I basically have to hit 1,000,000 1-drops into 1,000,000 more 1-drops into 1,000,000 burn spells, and they'll have nothing. That's less than 0.1%. It's not worth playing. Jerry Thompson conceded a Pro Tour that he had a higher percentage to win than we had that game, a finals of a Pro Tour, and he had a higher percentage to win than what we just had. He was not at 0%. He was definitely not at 0%. He was at effectively 0%, but not a hard 0. We've got crushed pretty hard today with these red decks. We did win a round with this build though. The scenario you're describing, Murph, for me not to have lost that last game is literally billions to one. I'm not exaggerating. Literal billions to one. I don't feel like pulling out the calculator and WordPad and showing you, but like literal billions. Guess we'll play another arena game. No, I needed to hit 3 1-drops twice in a row, basically. And then I needed them to have nothing, and I needed to draw burn spells. And I had to have that without them hitting land, or without me finding more than 2 lands in a turn. We have to mulligan this. It's not good enough on the draw. It's not good enough on the play. It's just not good enough at all. This hand's worse than the last hand, I guess, but whatever. I'm not going to mulligan to 5. Hey, we just put that card on the bottom. This match isn't really a losable match, but when you don't get to play Magic, you can't win it. Let's start with this. Let's start our Magic Online match. We'll go back over here. Sure, I'll attack. Don't care. Oh, cool. Another 1 land hand. got rid of a Teferi. That's kind of scary. That means their hands are already loaded or they needed lands, one of the two. Either one of them is horrendous for us in this spot. Sure. They played Teferi, I may concede. Still no land. Don't need lands anymore. Uh, if I keep the shock, it doesn't really get me anywhere. If I keep the Electromancer into the shock, maybe it does. But it probably doesn't. I assume we have no outs. Because we have to get pretty lucky. Like, we have to have them not have a counter spell. We have to have a blue mana on the top 3 cards of our deck. Then we need them not to have Sillaways and stuff as well. Did we pass the first hurdle? We did. Second hurdle? They have instant speed removal for this. Oh, no they don't. Okay. Because Light Up the Stage is a broken magic card. This card is ridiculous. I think I can concede this game. I don't know why they're playing Nexus of Fate. Just shouldn't be. Almost 100% shouldn't be. They're killing us way too slow. Sure. Alright, well. Need lands. Back to needing lands. I don't want to shock that because I need to shock to get the Phoenixes back. Alright, I'm done with this game. It's going to be broken in Modern, too. And we have to mulligan again. You're just constantly getting one land draws. It's been one of those days. Every league we've played has been like this. Any deck that has an opt-in, it feels like it's good for us. Oh, I don't even have shock in my deck or hand, so I can attack. That's a little disappointing. Sure. Don't understand that, but it's whatever. Let's see if we can hit a land. We cannot. GG, we lose. This match is usually a bye, but whatever. I guess we'll play this one. Very likely doesn't resolve, but whatever. Attacking out of just pure annoyance. It's better not to attack with this because if they have Trickster, we get crushed. Like I said, that's pure annoyance. No spell one time? One. No, they're not even close, are they? Alright, I guess we'll trade off then. If they have anything, I'm just gonna scoop here, so. That seems like not the best thing they could do. They're one shy still. Or I would have did it with it on the stack. I can't beat a 2-turn clock anyway, so it doesn't matter. Losing to good matches, not fun. You're decent here. You're decent here. Probably get rid of the Flame of the Keld. Kind of want these. I'm not going to bring them in. Now we don't. Now we have too many spells. Or, sorry, too many lands. Gonna see if they go for it and we get to 2 for 1 on them. Because I don't value the Salamander very highly. I guess I'm gonna kill both of these. If they have another one of those, I'll be somewhat sad. But I'm not gonna win not attacking, so. They have another. What's worse is I have to try to kill that. More lands than spells this game. Just gonna cast it. I think our only way to win is get lucky with an experimental frenzy, so might as well empty our hand. Yeah. I guess I'll hold it, but maybe we can put 2 spells into that. Never mind. All 3 leagues have been like this, JJ. Maybe the deck's just not good. Well, we've changed the deck quite a bit, but could have killed one of those and got another turn, but I gotta be honest, I'm just over it. Because, like, if we chain whirlered, we could have finished that off, but we'd had to basically hit exactly Banefire and them not have another Storm Tamer or a Dire Fleet, then into Frenzy or something. Alright, well, we went 1-9 today. I'm going to play this Salamander deck until we lose, and then I'm going to call it. I think this Salamander's deck's actively bad. Like, it can't beat White Weenie, it can't beat the red decks, but it's fun. Hey Murph, what's up? Well, I can't keep this hand. We don't have our lands. Don't have our lands again. That's fine. Get out of here. If I see a basic Mountain or Plains, I'm likely to concede. And just not waste anybody's time. I'm a little tilted at the moment. I don't necessarily care that I lose. Losing's part of the game. I care that I've felt like I've not played Magic. Yeah, I have Twitter, same name as everything else. Like, I actively feel like I've played no Magic. I have to kill that. Card's too strong. That's the better Murph. It is not S Murph. I guess I'm just going to cast a Arclight Phoenix to block. No attacks. Goodbye, Arclight Phoenix. You'll be missed. They're not playing a land. That's not good for me. Well, that's not good for me either. I guess I could keep that, but nah. So far behind, I'm just trying to get lucky. Need to hit 1 of 8 spells. That does not look like 1 of 8 spells to me. Alright, I'll check it out. Oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't know. That's really sweet. I appreciate the other day then. That was nice of you. Alright, this is probably my last game. This deck can't beat red deck wins and it can't beat white weenie, and there's just too much of it in the queues at the moment. Seems like it's how anybody plays at the current stage of the game. Sounds fine. Yes, I know we just played Jeskai beforehand. Yeah, that's how many days I've streamed in a row. But 365 was to go, and I'm past to go. Now I'm just streaming until I don't. I don't have a goal anymore. Just kind of showing up and being pretty now. Oh, I'm definitely not going to 1K. It was an actual miracle that I got the 559. My internet usually doesn't even keep connected for a year at a time. Like I live in a pretty rural area, and the snowstorms and stuff generally keep our internet out. Like it's actual amazing, and our power out for days at a time. It's amazing that it's been on this long. Hey, our opponent's doing what we tried to do. It didn't work for us. It's not fair that it works for them. Like I said, we literally can't beat this style of deck. Every now and then you can still game because they punt, but not really. I wish it got me $1,000. I forgot to sleeve a Friday Night Magic deck. I don't really have time anymore. That's disappointing. They not have a land? It's kind of weird they didn't just lightning strike me. I guess they didn't have a land. They just have 3 spells in their hand. I don't know how we win either. Come on, Shock. You're our only hope, Shock. That wasn't a shock. Only 3? Hey, they have a shock. I don't want anybody to donate. I don't want anybody to donate 1K to me. I would feel too guilty taking money like that. Man, our opponent's deck looks a lot better than our deck. Whee! I'm just not even trying to win anymore. I'm just pressing buttons. Just pressing buttons at this point because I can't win. Alright. I'm gonna play one more. I don't wanna quit. I need to quit though. I'm definitely wasting all of my ranking on a deck that I know can't win right now. This is when you know you've gone too far. I think I am uh 2-13 on stream today. Yeah, I think I've won 2 out of 15 matches. That number may not quite be accurate, but I think it's accurate. I cast a 1-1 for 1. Mainly because I would rather you use a shock on this than this. Oh gosh, our 1-1 for 1 survived. It's not a red deck. Let's dance like there's no tomorrow. We have a chance. This hand's really bad. I don't think we can beat a Deafening Clarion with this hand either. I don't even want to discard the cards. I play you. I play you right into Quench. Ooh. Just want to draw the cards. I'm assuming it's Jeskai. If we draw any 2-drop, we can get our Drakes back next turn. Maybe it's not Jeskai. Maybe it's something else. That's not helpful. That's kind of helpful. Might as well play our land first, just so we can't get quenched. Hey, our deck's doing stuff this game. Oh, it feels good. Feels good. I'm going to keep the 5/5, the one that's in our hand. Just in case they do have a deafening clarion or something. They can't settle. I guess they're just dead if they can't settle. I'll shock you. Hey, we got paired versus a control player that has a colorless land in their deck. It's not a colorless land, it's a plains. I'm just making fun of it. Yes. Alright, we did it. Back on the board. And we gotta clear the stage. Feel like champions now. For anybody who cares, the deck that I played is not very tuned. There's something to the salamander. I don't know if it should be played around phoenixes. I'm starting to think that like the phoenixes should be cut and it should just have more burn spells and crackling drakes, but this is just version 1 that I threw together to basically waste 3 minutes. This is the deck I was working on, but it also couldn't beat White Weenie or Red Deck Wins, so I kind of gave up on it. I'm impatient and queue's taking too long. That was 22 seconds of my life we'll never get back. Yeah, I'll play. This hand's not great, but whatever. 4 lands in our 20 land deck. Maybe we'll draw Theater of Horror or something. None of my decks can beat White Weenie or Red Deck Wins. Yeah, the Spectacle hasn't been too consistent. That's true. But not playing Light Up the Flame feels like a mistake. That card's so good. Maybe it shouldn't have the maybe it shouldn't have the lightning bolt, but like the light up the flame or whatever it's called. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Like I think it's good enough just even if it's a 3 mana spell, and I think it's definitely good enough as a 2 mana spell. So if you're playing an Electromancer, I think it's definitely good enough. We tried that build. We tried a mono red version like that, and it wasn't doing very well for us. That was the first thing we tried. It didn't have the charts in it though. It had instead of chart, it had the red Reveler guy, which has a similar effect, but that was a good draw. Hey, yeah. I assume they're going to fog. Was that a fun turn? Whee! I'm obsessed with light up the stage. Like, I'm to the point where I think the card was a mistake to be printed, and I just keep trying to shove it in everything. This card's very much underperformed, though. Maybe we should just go back to the lava coils and not just try to speed things out. And go back to... Oh, apparently I have a sideboard for this deck. It's because I just copied an older version. This card has to be decent, right? I saw a build of this deck too, just playing Steamkin. Maybe that's what we should do. We could play a version that has Steamkin and not the Electromancer. Because Steamkin makes light up the stage better. Like I'm just still playing even though I said I was logging off. Can't never leave. Hopefully we won't waste 22 seconds of our life. This hand's good. I will keep. Oh, I forgot. I want to build the elf deck that VCLA 5-0'd with. I forgot about that. It's only got 2 Beast Whispers in it, though, and no Vanquishing Banners. So that seems a little on the iffy side. I guess I should start with this. Technically better. Just like doing normal, just doing normal blue-red things now. Do I want a Drake? That's a hard one to call. I think light up the stage is going to be better for us here. That card's so good. Check this out. This combo is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. It's so good. We might be blocking with our Drakes. That's a salamander. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want that. I may want that. Could play a salamander this turn if I get that. Yeah, I'm down with salamandering. I think I want to get the salamander in play because it's a 5/5 next turn. And we're looking like we're going to need a 5/5 blocker. Maybe I shouldn't attack with Darklight Phoenix. Attacking with Darklight Phoenix was actually really bad because when I originally thought about attacking with it, I had planned on using to light up the stage, but that was before we drew the salamander. So like I sequenced that turn really badly and then I did not rethink out my turn after I changed my mind. But outside of some absurd luck, I don't think we can win. I don't think we can get absurdly lucky either. Nope. It is when they have the wilds. It isn't any other time. Like, the rest of the deck doesn't matter really if they don't have the wild. Alright, this really is my last game. We're getting near the 3 hour mark. That's too much for me. This hand's not keepable. Actually, it is keepable. We have that. Again, can't beat red deck wins. Also, we can't beat Steamkins that are unanswered. Can't beat that card that's unanswered. Oh. Thought I had 2 lava coils for some reason. Oh, I do have 2 lava coils. What the hell? Why was it scooted? It was pushed over to the side like I couldn't see it for a second. I thought it was in my graveyard. I assume they're going to kill the Goblin Electromancer, but I'm not too worried about that one. Their draw seems pretty mediocre. This is a draw I feel like we can get lucky and beat. I want the land. Neither of you are lands. I want to land this turn. One, two, three, four. Just pass here. So that was number 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have to worry about them having a burn spell in their hand, though. Oh, those were perfect draws. Get rid of you. Play you. Play you. I want both of you. I think this one stays on defense. Actually, I have to attack, right? Because if I leave it on defense, this thing doesn't attack, and I need this thing to attack so our salamanders can get ooge. I guess I'm taking 4. Not super happy that I'm taking 4, but if they use a removal spell, we can pay it again. Alright, never mind. They don't want to play anymore. We have salamandered folk. Alright, well, we won a few more games. Famished Paladin. Woo! I'm about out of wild cards. I want to make something else though. Anyway, I have streamed 3 hours now, and I must go because I have to sleep if I'm going to go to a pre-release tonight, which I have no idea if I'm going to go to a pre-release tonight or not. Anyway, take care, everybody, and thank you so much for coming by. Also, for anybody who cares and anybody who likes the channel and wants to see us play like a crap ton of brews, I'll be posting the sponsored Wizards of the Coast stream, which there was about 10 hours of content. It'll be going up on my YouTube in, I don't know, the next 20 minutes, 10 minutes, probably 5 minutes. But yeah, take care, everybody, and thanks again.